Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's episode what I thought I'd do is I'd do a review of PAINT2FIX automotive touch-up paint, because I'm incredibly curious as to how it can have a special, unique and match colour formula. So with that, let's open up this box, see what's inside it, and then look at what car we're going to try and repair the paint on. Right, so inside the box we've got the touch-up paint itself, a couple of these little applicator brushes, the blending solution, whatever that is, a little rubber block, and some wax. I've also got a microfiber towel, pair of gloves, and I'm assuming this is to remove the paint itself. So let's take all this stuff over to the car and let's start touching up some stone chips. Most of you will know that this is the orange Fiesta ST that I'm currently in the process of rebuilding. It was a stolen recovered car that I bought at auction. And although it doesn't come across on camera all that well, this is actually orange paint. It's called Molten Orange, and it was exclusive to the Fiesta STs from what I've been led to believe. So for the first part of this cynical journey, I ordered Ford Molten Orange UI touch-up paint kit. And that, last time I checked, was red. I'll need to ask my children to see whether they recognise that as red or not. If you open up the tin, it is 100% red. Look at the difference, there's no metallic in it, like there is in the paintwork. Yeah, I'm quite sceptical about this so far. Right, so according to the instructions, what you do, shake this for 1 to 2 minutes, take one of these, dab it onto the scratches, leave it to sit for 4 to 5 minutes, grab the blending solution, take the little block, wipe up in there, scoosh some on there, and then rub it into the paint that you've touched up, and it apparently blends it into the panel. Now, as with all my videos, guys, you know I've already tried this ahead of time, as you can tell by the state of the other side of the cloth. And to be honest, I've had pretty mixed results. So let's try it, let you guys see what I mean, and then we'll come to a conclusion on whether it's worth spending £33 on or not. Right, so as you can see, the areas that we've touched up are there, and there, and a few dots here and there around about the place. So now what we'll do is we're going to leave that for 5 minutes, and then come back and see if this blending solution actually does anything. But you can see the marks are still there. So what we're going to do now, we're going to use the blending solution with a part of this, and see what happens. Right, so we're going to come at this one here first, and then I'll move you to another spot so you can see the others. But apparently you just put really light pressure on this, so. Yeah, I'm not overly convinced by that. You can see it starting to come back. Let's try it in another spot. Right, so we're going to come at this spot this time. Right here. And there's one there as well. So let's rub it them. Same bit on the cloth. Let's try that again. So as you can see, it's removed the one down here quite well, but it came straight back through on that one. Has to be said, I'm not overly impressed so far. So it does look a wee bit better, but meh. So what we'll do, there's a great big chip in the bonnet right there. So let's try that one next, see if we can fix that. Now what's weird is, nowhere in the instructions does it say that you should try and clean that out with some sandpaper or something first before you apply this product on the end of the pen. So we all know that you should try and get as much of the dirt and grime out of there as possible first, otherwise this is going to come straight back off. But to follow the instructions to the letter, we'll take a bit on the pen. Leave that like that. We'll leave that for 5 minutes and then we'll come back, use their magic blend solutioning stuff, see if it gets rid of it. Right, so that's actually slightly longer because I put quite a lot of paint on that. You'll see I'm going to use the same piece of cloth yet again, rather than using a clean bit, because this bit's already damp from the bit we used earlier on. Let's give it a bash, see what it does. It's not too bad actually. It's not too bad. So what we'll do is we'll add a wee bit more to it, build it up again, leave it for another 5 minutes, do it again, see what the end result is. So we're going to leave that for 5 minutes, but check this out. So I actually went back and redid this part, and you can still see where the actual scratches are because they're quite deep. But if you look at the actual overall, it looks so much better now. Like I say, if you get really close, you can still see the scratches, but they are filled. If you zoom out, focus on the same spot, it does look considerably better than it did, has to be said. So anyway, let's get back to that big scratch in the bonnet, see if we can make that look better as well. Right, so that's been another 5 minutes. Let's see what happens. Right, so it's kind of come out okay, considering how deep that scratch actually is. If you look further back, you hardly even know it's there. Super up close, you can still tell a mile off. And to be honest guys, that kind of seems to be the review behind this product. Like I say, from far away, the bumper and the bonnet look remarkably better than they did. But when you get up close, you can see all the bits that it just took the paint straight back off again, but also the bits where you filled it. It's not filled the scratch, it's just blended it into the rest of the paintwork, which is how they can get away with sending you red paint for an orange car. So anyway, quick roundup, what did I think of it? I think it comes in cool packaging, that's for sure. I like the fact they give you everything you're going to need with the kit. So you get your gloves, your paint chip stick things, a little bit of wax to protect it afterwards, the actual solution itself and all the cloths and stuff. The instructions are quite good. But what I would say was, if you've got tiny stone chips, and I mean tiny, that stuff is okay. If you've got big chips, like we can see in the bonnet, this stuff is definitely not the product for you. From a price point of view, it's actually quite reasonable, to be fair, considering the amount of paint that you get, even if it is kind of the wrong colour. And like I say, from a distance, it looks sensationally better than it did. It really does. But up close, not quite as much. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on it, guys. Obviously, you're all capable of making your own decisions. I wouldn't say it's a bad product by any stretch of the imagination. I wouldn't have said it was the best product either, in my opinion, and I am just one person. So yeah, anyway, with that guys, I'm going to get back to ceramic coating the outside of this car now. The interior is done. You'll see it in the video that's coming out on Monday. And as always, I hope you're keeping well, and I hope you're keeping safe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.